This episode of Out of Spec Reviews is brought to you by Magna. More on that later. Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews video. You can see a whole line of F-150 Lightnings here in beautiful Texas. We're on some vineyard. It's absolutely gorgeous here. And well, we've already driven the F-150 Lightning extended range, crazy, awesome Lariat model. Not the Max, but the one down together. Take a look at that video if you haven't yet. What I wanted to do was drive the base truck. And what's cool about this one is it's the standard about 98, 99 kilowatt hour truck, dual motor as standard, so over 400 horsepower. And yeah, this one has zero options, literally not one. So we're gonna go from the base truck and then we'll drive some nicer ones throughout in different videos and stuff like that. But let's go for a cruise in the base truck. So let me take you on a quick tour. First thing you'll notice is no light bar across the front. If you take a look over here at this XLT, this is the one up from base. It goes here. Essentially the model range goes Pro, XLT, Lariat, Platinum in those four trims. This Pro trim has the standard battery pack, which you can only buy as a consumer. However, if you're a fleet customer, government, police, whatever you need to use it for, you can, at least if you buy in bulk, option this with the 131 kilowatt hour usable extended battery pack. You still get the mega power frunk, and I actually think it looks better. It doesn't look bad going with the base truck. Still the same, everything's in here. You still get power outlets over here. So you're not really losing anything. And these trucks get so expensive when you start optioning up. I drove a Lariat yesterday. It may actually have been this exact truck that we shot for our first drive, and it's $80,000. And this thing's $40,000. It's basically half the price, but is it half the truck? I'm thinking no, but we'll see. You still have your regular, J1772 CCS charging port with the cool little Easter egg of the first ever electrified Ford product right there, which I absolutely love. This will charge a little bit differently on the standard range pack. So we have about a 48 amp onboard charger instead of 80 amp. So what's that, 10, 11 kilowatts or so. It still can do the bi-directional thing just at a lower power level. And DC fast charging rate will not be as fast as the 131 kilowatt hour pack. Ford claims 15 to 80% in 41 minutes on the big pack, 44 minutes here. So it's not directly proportional. You would think same C rate, same charging curve, they should be the same. Doesn't seem to be the case. So my guess is this will charge in that 120 kilowatt range peak, 130 maybe. I saw a peak of just over 170 on the big battery pack during a quick test. So charging is definitely a reason to go with the bigger one. By the way, just because I won't make a video of it, take a look at that. That is an ARC boat, and that is an electric boat, and I really want to start a channel called Out of Spec Boatering so we can do boat stuff. That'd be really fun. Take a look on the inside, vinyl floors, vinyl seats, everything's easily hosed off. It's really awesome. Just nice, but still big enough screen. Everything looks pretty good. We're at about 80% state of charge or so right now. By the way, yes, these trucks do have this hard limit cutoff while charging at 80%. Back seat, pretty much the same. Still get USB ports, power outlets. Like for a standard truck, that's what I can't get over. This is $40,000, which is, first of all, a lot of metal for 40 grand, a lot of battery, 100 kilowatt hour pack, and still dual motors. It's just like the value. Oh, interesting. Not even a dampened tailgate right here. That's interesting. This one has a drop-in bed liner, but I'm not totally sure if that's standard or not. I don't think it is. That may have been something they added as an accessory. No step in the rear, but you still get the clamps. You do lose sort of the measurement material. This one has the extended Pro power as well. So even though the window sticker said no options, I think it has a couple options. That's okay. Anyway, man, the price, I just can't get over how good it is. By the way, this thing you can really tow quite a bit, you can haul quite a bit. Let's take a look at the sticker over here actually on this one and see what it says for the base no option truck. So if you come on over here, they recommend 36 PSI and you can put 2,152 pounds of payload in this thing. So that is pretty sweet. Let's jump in. We're going to be joined by my friend Ryan. If you're not subscribed to the Kilowatts, you should be. Jump in, let's go for a cruise. You join me back at the office with these incredible views to thank Magna. Now, Magna is a technology company that produces not only parts for cars, but also technological solutions from manufacturing and design and engineering. They cover so many parts of the automotive sector, and I bet you've interacted with a Magna product in your life before. Magna actually is very near and dear to my heart because their partnership, Magna Steyr in Austria, produced my first car, a Mini Countryman, and it was built right there in Graz. A lot of you are also familiar. Magna's going to be producing the Fisker Ocean in their Magna Steyr factory, and they also build G-Wagons, and nothing gets tougher than a G. So really excited about our partnership with Magna, of course. They are also hiring for engineers, so we know a lot of you guys are super interested in technology and automotive. I'll leave a link below so you can learn more about possible opportunities at Magna, but of course we want to thank them for sponsoring today's video and being such a huge supporter of Out of Spec. Truly, they are pushing mobility forwards responsibly and sustainably. Ryan, thanks for joining a video.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
It's the first time we've done a kilowatts Out of Spec collab.
It's gonna be fun.
We should have done this a while ago.
True.
$40,000.
Yeah, I can't believe how good this truck is for $40,000.
I can't either. First of all, I think
they've got to be losing money on it.
I don't know how they're making money on it.
No, I imagine that's why they don't want to sell it to you.
This is the one to buy, I think. So, no big screen. I actually prefer this.
Yeah, no, the Sync 4 is not the best, but simplifying it, I like it as well.
I like all this here. You get, when you go to your controls, you can turn E-heat on and off. You can go driver-focused AC controls. Let's try that really quick. Do your vents shut off?
I'm still feeling air.
Well, at least it's focused on me. That's nice. So yeah, all of the same stuff that you would normally get in a Ford product. Let's just go to vehicle settings here really quick. Let's see what we can find. Anything good? Emergency tow. Where would we find general settings? Touchscreen beep. First thing, gotta turn off. Okay, well, we'll just drive it. We'll see what it says. I still have this massive display in front of me. It's not like you even get analog gauges like you would in most base trucks. The shifter still folds down, and this thing
still has the...
Wait, it doesn't.
It should.
No way.
Why does it...
just opens this way. So why would
it... Saving cost? Less
Same
things?
part for the shifter.
Okay.
So the shifter folds for no apparent reason. Also, one thing we found was if you have it in drive,
I love this,
and then you attempt to get out of the truck, puts itself back in park.
Every car should at least put itself in park, but the fact that it moves itself to park, it's hilarious.
That's pretty cool. Some shifters, when you're in like sport mode and hit park, they'll knock themselves over, but I've never seen such a long travel, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So just specs on the truck really quick. This one, as far as we can tell, can you pull the window sticker out? Is literally no option.
Well, that's what they say on this sticker, but, is this like, even like VIN?
No, it's like G00007. This is a pre-production truck.
Yeah.
So who knows if we're right. We tried to find the basest one we could, basically.
Yeah.
But really nice inside. Steering wheel feels nice. No complaints here. It's definitely not as premium of a material as like the Lariat.
It's got injection molding. Actually, you can feel the bottom here where it's like actually.
Yeah, you feel where it's, yeah, that's pretty interesting. I mean, it's all good. Let's go for a drive. Yeah. So standard battery pack. What's the horsepower and torque on this thing? I got it written down somewhere.
I think it's in the 480 range.
Yeah, so I got it somewhere over here. It's 426 horsepower, same 775 pound-feet of torque they claim.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting to see. 11.3 kilowatts onboard charging, 10.5 out, 48 amps. And same as the other trucks, 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, 8-year, 100 on all the EV specific components. Yeah. So we're in one pedal drive. Do you feel it roll back there?
I did, just a little bit.
That's what bothers me. That.
Yeah.
Why aren't we stopping?
The brakes aren't quite clamped yet.
Yeah. This, and why is it going backwards every time I level? I don't get that.
We're on pretty level surface, so it's not even like...
Manual seats, no sunroof.
What I love though, the last part I don't think it was mentioned, was dual motor. It's the same motors that are in every other car, every other F-150.
Really?
Yeah.
They're just detuned.
I don't even know that they're really, well, yeah. What they conveyed was just the batteries are not delivering as much power, but the motors should be the same.
Really?
Yes.
Very interesting. I've also noticed that the light bar doesn't seem to light up normally. You see how they all have their headlights on? Mm-hmm. I think that is kind of how they drive all the time. I could be wrong. They could just keep their headlights on. I'm not totally 100%
Yeah, when,
positive.
I guess what you're saying is when does the light bar actually go on and stay on?
Yeah, just the light bar without the running lights. Because I've only ever seen them driving like that truck with just the running light on. So I guess we'll head out here.
We gotta sign you out.
Okay.
All right.
Those are all set.
Thank you.
So, cruising out for the first time in the Pro.
Yeah.
I like the Pro.
Me too. I drove it all day yesterday, and I was
Really?
Well, the extended range pack Pro. Yeah.
Whoa, like the fleet only
The
thing.
fleet only. I didn't know.
Oh, that's cool.
I looked at it. I was like, wait a second. This is a rare vehicle. Not a lot of people are going to get to experience this.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. What'd you think of that?
I was blown away. The proposition of that vehicle is too good. I mean, the only thing I complained about was after, there was like 100 miles yesterday that we were driving, and not having better,
Oh, no lumbar.
more breathable seats, no lumbar.
Yeah.
That was kind of my complaints there.
Around here, more breathable seats would be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically I had my AC seat on all day yesterday.
Yeah.
And whoa, see, there's brakes. I just touched the brakes and it clamps down
That
so
was
hard.
intense, yeah.
Yeah, it was intense.
But that was something like other than that, the Pro was like an obvious winner yesterday for me.
Really?
Yeah. Because I mean, like for most of what people actually like need, phenomenal.
So yeah, first time I'm in the standard pack. First time you're in the standard pack as well.
Pack, yes.
Yep. And to me, it has more than enough range. 230 miles EPA. It seems like, there comes a Pro. It seems like you can pretty much hit EPA range driving normally in these.
Yeah.
Because I drove it really hard yesterday and was just like 30 miles off.
Yeah.
And I was ripping it. Yeah, so what's nice about this is you can throw the dogs in it, you can throw whatever you need to do, you can work stuff, whatever work people do with their trucks.
I'm excited from like a rental perspective if I can host, if I can get especially the extended range pack for people to use when they're renting my cars in San Francisco. I think this is a phenomenal truck.
So how many do you need to buy to get the big pack?
I don't know. I heard someone say 5, but I don't know if that was the official answer.
Okay.
But
well, that might be worth just buying 5 and selling 4.
for some people, sure.
So let's go to the left here as the sign suggests. And still, same steering ratio. Nothing feels different than the other truck I was
That's
in.
what I'm saying. Everything feels the same. Like other than the seats, like you feel like you're in the same truck, and it's half the price.
Let's try a quick power at a launch situation.
Let's get to flat, just because I experienced a lot of like torquey front.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I had the same on the
flat
big
terrain.
One. Okay, fair enough. Do we have drive mode selection in this?
We should. Drive modes.
There we go. Sport.
Yeah, we want that.
Great.
Give us that.
So, left foot hard on the brake, flooring it with the right, torqued over. Still spins the front.
Yeah.
But rips.
Spun slightly less.
Well, different surface. This is a pretty grippy surface.
That's a good point.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive, actually. And
yeah,
it feels lighter with the smaller pack, I will say, right off the bat. Just even coming around through here.
Yep.
All right, holding on tight, braking test. Still pretty aggressive ABS calibration.
Yeah.
So you can see it locks the wheels for a while. No brake pedal pulsation.
Yeah, that's weird, but
yeah, but that's fine. It does what it needs to do.
It's a weird sensation.
Confidence inspiring.
Yep. There we
Here
go.
comes
Beautiful. Look at
a
that.
nice trailer. Yeah, let's hope they don't take us out.
I'm gonna get a shot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, don't hit the side of us here, dude. Holy crap. Journalists and towing. Two things that shouldn't go together. So yeah, Pro is the way, I think. And still, it feels just as fast. Like no big noticeable difference between the two, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe at higher speeds you'd feel it, but
I am curious about that because as we were talking about, the Rivian at high speeds does start to taper, whereas yesterday the Pro with the extended pack does not taper even into triple digits.
Sure. Well, yeah, and so like this truck has way more power than you would ever need.
Yeah.
You know, like why is it so fast?
I'm surprised they didn't detune it because they could have.
This one gets a locker as well.
Yeah.
So even on the same, so it's very possible that it's literally the exact same units.
Oh, it is.
Oh wow.
The motors are the same.
That's very interesting. Yeah. I didn't expect it to be like that.
I did not either. I didn't do my research before coming out here. I did not expect it to be the same motors. So you're getting a different pack and maybe different cooling.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're getting the same vehicle.
So I learned what the Max Trailer tow pack thing gets you.
Yes.
Which is just 2 AC compressors, which no one has told us before.
As opposed to 1.
Yeah. So they just take the identical chiller and put that next to each other.
Yep.
And they share the load essentially.
Yep.
So coming into a corner, let's just go big power.
Yep.
Does the thing. Still a bit of torque steer, but nothing major. I mean, like, Who's going to be driving it like this? I don't know. But if your construction company owns one of these, you'll never be late to a job site. That's for sure.
I'm worried about your employees doing this.
Yeah, I mean, you can freaking shred it if you need to.
You can.
It does the thing.
And it does it better than most. Like, if we just talk about price,
Yeah.
what vehicle can you get that drives this aggressively for $40,000?
Well, let's just talk about, price, right? What's a standard Model 3 these days? 40?
45, I think.
45. So this is by far the best value electric car in the world.
If you want to drive sporty, surprisingly, yeah.
It does everything. It's plenty of space. You do not need anything more than the base trim. The only thing I wish it had was heated seats.
Again, I wish it was more breathable material, maybe some lumbar support.
Okay,
But you
so
could swap
XLT.
it out. You could swap it out. You could swap out the seats.
So, yeah, I'm sure there are people that are going to buy the nice truck that want these seats.
Sure. I'm sure there are people. But yeah, like what they delivered with this is phenomenal. And for that price, it can't be beat.
You cannot buy any electric car, truck or not, that can come close to this.
Yeah, as you were saying, like the metal. How are they delivering this much metal, battery, everything?
Yeah, it's just like dollar for weight ratio.
It's insane.
Yeah. You know this weighs less than a Rivian?
I did not. And this is much larger.
Ripping it with a lot of weight. He's got 10,000 pounds behind him. That's pretty awesome. It is pretty nice around here too. So I think what we've learned in this very quick drive is you lose nothing over a $90,000 Platinum, other than seats.
Yeah.
Seats are the only thing, and steering wheel material, but like this is fine. I actually prefer the small screen. You don't get as good of a sound system, but it's not like the Bang & Olufsen. That's great.
It's not, and I was listening to you yesterday, I'm not disappointed by it.
I'm not disappointed by it. Yeah.
Yes, it's not quite as like clear in the fidelity, especially in the mids, but I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah, it's fine.
I would say it's more than fine. Okay,
more than fine.
But not good or great.
Right. Okay. But like,
you can turn it up and not
jump
be mad.
I'm just so blown away by the value here. I'm so jealous you got to spend time in this yesterday. Yeah. For the majority of the time. I wish I did. Yeah. I see the only downside I see going with the standard pack is
charging. Yeah.
The range is not even a concern. The range is fine.
Well, if you're not going to be towing,
which I don't think many people are going to tow.
Ford has a survey that 85% of their people tow.
Not every day.
Oh, every day? Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, the standard pack for most people, like if you're hauling, if you're not towing, I would say is a great offering.
Yeah, I mean, it drives nice. If anything, it feels a bit bouncier, a bit firmer than the large pack. I wonder if the large pack settles it down a bit. It probably definitely feels like a different suspension calibration. Yeah. And I almost prefer this because
do you think it's a different suspension calibration?
Feels like it to me. Yeah.
It's not just that the pack weight has changed it, and they've actually...
It definitely has an influence on the overall dynamics of it. But this feels differently calibrated.
It feels lighter, for sure.
Yeah, but like also a bit nippier to get into a corner. Good. Yeah, way better at turning. With the other truck, you have this lean and then turn.
Yeah, that's some good body roll yesterday.
Right. Here, it's like chuck it in and we're going.
Yep.
Yeah, big difference. Nice. Should we see if we can slide it onto the road?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. There's a Volkswagen behind us, though, so we don't need to.
Do it. Send it.
No, it's okay. I don't want to do it with him. Yeah, I drifted the other truck onto the highway yesterday, and it will full-on go. Even with full stability control off, it allows yaw, but as soon as you get body oscillation, then it clamps down on the rollover protection. And it just goes, it doesn't like it when you drive it too hard. Okay. But it likes enough spiciness. Sure. It's not the point of the truck. 50-50 weight balance, though. Yeah. Which really helps.
Well, is that true of both the...
Yep. Okay. I think the weight distribution is the same. Or maybe plus or minus 1 point.
Here's something we've not talked about. In my experience with the Porsche Taycan, the battery, you feel the weight of the battery, and I was expecting that with the, how they've talked about, they've isolated the pack and the pouch cells. I was expecting a bit more of a heavy feel to the bottom of the car. This doesn't feel heavy in the way the Taycan does to me. Do you feel any of that? I don't know if you agree with me on that, on the Taycan.
Does it feel heavy? Both feel heavy to me. Taycan is heavy. Yes. And this feels heavy.
I agree.
This feels lighter than the big pack.
It felt like it was like dragging the body. Like it's sporty, but it just it felt like the weight was almost like too low. It felt like it was hanging, and it just doesn't feel that way to me. This feels like it's all one
Depends
piece,
on the spec of Taycan. If you're in like a Turbo S, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, the standard car is a little soft.
Okay.
The yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah, and I don't totally disagree.
Yeah.
This feels certainly, I mean, it's just totally different.
This feels more one piece than I expected it to feel. It feels more connected than I expected an F-150 or.
And I would say the Hummer EV feels more
I'm not driven that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the battery pack in this is on isolation mounts from the rails. The Hummer EV's pack is a structural steel component. This is an aluminum pack. Are we supposed to turn left here? That Ford sign says go left here. All right, let's try it. Winery. That's where we're going.
We're going back.
So, yeah, I would say it feels definitely still body on frame to me. Did I miss our turn?
Yeah, it's all right.
We'll try the amazing turning radius again, which is not that great, to be honest. But it's the same as a combustion one. Pretty slow rack. You got to palm it. This steering wheel will last longer palming it.
Good point.
So I would go, I don't know, I just think like for 40 grand, how could you not buy one?
Mm-hmm.
Like get a standard range pack, keep it in the back. It's not like it's going to lose any value.
Yeah.
You get a $7,500 tax credit on top of that, which makes it 32. It's
insane.
It's just like, just buy one. Like, don't even think about it. Just get one now. And then if you want a nicer one, just trade it in. It's not going to be worth any less than 32 ever. Look at combustion trucks today.
Yeah.
Used F-150, EcoBoost, whatever. They are still $40,000, $50,000.
Yep.
This drives way nicer than any combustion F-150 I've ever driven because of just this really nice progressive throttle application. I'm actually going to go, where's the drive mode
Somehow
selection?
disappeared. I'll bring it back. Or actually, we were probably in it.
Oh, we were in it, just scrolled up.
Yeah.
Go back to normal. This drives better than anything really on the market that's $35,000, and it drives better than any used F-150 would for $35,000.
Oh, turkeys.
Turkeys.
Or vultures.
Let's hit them. Dinner.
Oh, no. One of the things we haven't talked about in this video yet is just how quiet it is.
Right.
I've not driven a lot of classic F-150s, but I mean, this is silent.
Dead silent. And the motors, so I guess you'll have to watch the first video for context, because that's where I go into all the stuff. This is just like, experience the Pro, it's good, buy this one.
But like, it's as quiet as, like, they did the same sound damping, it seems.
Yeah, no, it's not louder at all.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't, I don't know where the money goes to in the nicer ones. That's what I'm trying to see, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if that's 80 grand, what did they take away?
Well, it feels like they didn't take away enough, almost. Like, if I
totally agree.
If I was a business major, MBA in there, I'd be like, we should probably make this less good than it is.
Yes.
Mechanical seats, slightly less good audio. I think that might be the end of the list. Like,
yeah, seats and steering wheel, the only thing.
This doesn't fold up.
Like little stuff, not 40 grand.
No.
I'd rather have 2 of these and then crash one once and blow it up for a YouTube video than have one $80,000 Lariat.
I will support you on that, but I will not be doing that exact. I'll just get 2 of these and rent them out.
Well, you could, there you go.
They're going to rent out incredibly well.
Yeah, so how do people find your rentals? How does that work? Can you explain to our audience?
Yeah, for the time, we're just, we're hosting Cars on Turo. We're looking at other options as well, but yeah, just classically, anyone who wants to, almost like you're renting from a Hertz, you just log into Turo and you might see mine, you might see other ones. We're not anything differentiated yet, but we're looking at developing at least a website to find all of our, we've got a couple cars in Seattle, a lot of cars in San Francisco. We're looking to grow. So. And
mostly electric, or all electric.
Only electric. You know, the kilowatts are only electric.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, and you also have a YouTube channel called The Kilowatts.
Yes, yeah. So we do both.
So subscribe, because you actually own this stuff.
Yeah.
Unlike most journalists that have been here today, that was like, I've never been in a Tesla before. Yeah. It's like, how could you be an automotive expert and not drive Tesla stuff?
Yeah, in my mind, it's like Kleenex. You know, Tesla is great at a lot of things. It's a great baseline. You should, understand what that package is, especially before you review an electric vehicle.
Totally agree.
And it shows off how great this is. The other thing, like this does well, like a Tesla does well, the pedal mapping.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, pedal mapping is great. I'm not totally sold on the brake pedal with one pedal drive. I prefer to drive it not in one pedal drive, and mostly for the low speed stuff. So here, we'll come to a stop here. So we're in one pedal drive. It's going to bring us all the way down on a decline, by the way, and it'll do this even at full stage of charge. See how we let off, and now it grabs the brakes.
Yeah, okay. I don't like, I see that.
Yeah, why wouldn't it just go, for example, here, big deceleration force, just maintain this all the way to 0. We let off, and then you get another G decel, which I think is weird. The other thing that kind of bothers me about the one pedal driving is if we're cruising and I snap off the pedal, brake application, and then feel how you get a nice big friction brake, and then it slows down harder. My foot position didn't change. And so if you turn one pedal off, all of that completely solved.
I'll have to experience it.
Yeah. So now, obviously, I lift off, not much regen. You can go to sport, you'll get more off-throttle regen.
Good. Not significantly more, though.
Nope. I wish there was a regen paddle.
Yes.
I think more EVs should have regen max paddles.
Just for the fun of it.
Hummer EV has it.
Yep.
Bolt has it. It's just the GM stuff that I can think of. Oh, and Hyundai.
Yeah.
Hyundai, Kia have the regen paddle.
But that just lets you change the mode, right? It's not an active...
So in the eGMP cars, no matter the mode, if you hold the left pedal, it'll show max.
Okay.
Yeah, but it actually, you'll still even get more if you blend the brakes.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, all fascinating stuff. You just there's, as much as we can nitpick here about little things, you cannot buy a better value, I think, product in the new car market.
Period.
I keep thinking, okay, well, this is the best value truck. But then I'm like, wait, this is the best value electric vehicle. But then it's like, this is the best value vehicle ever on sale.
Ford's either gonna love hearing that or hate hearing that, because again, I don't see how they're making any money on it.
That's not our problem. Right? I don't care.
No, I agree. I just think it's so interesting that like basically, again, they're only doing the extended range for fleets and whatnot. They really don't want to sell you this truck, but I think
this is the one to have.
Yeah.
And
I hope they're making money out of this so they can continue to make it and put it out.
It also doesn't have the light bar in the rear. I forgot to mention that.
Oh no. Doesn't have the light bar.
I prefer the standard rear.
You prefer not having light bar in the rear?
Yeah, I'm not a light bar in the back kind of guy.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So there you have it, the F-150 Lightning Pro. It's the one to have. I think okay, base truck, but if you want a nicer version, I think you go Lariat.
Sure.
I don't really
What's the story versus that though?
The one I drove was $80, and it had a couple $1,000s worth of options.
Yeah, but what?
Yeah, but people want nice trucks.
I get it.
So I'm like, okay, you in my eyes, you either skip XLT, you skip Platinum, and I think you either look at Pro or Lariat.
Sure.
Would be and I would say Pro standard pack, Lariat big pack. Okay.
I would maybe even actually invert some of that.
What would you do?
Well, I'd ideally get the extended pack in a Pro.
But you really can't.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Guy's ripping.
Narrow. Or I might get the XLT, because all I really care about is better seats. I want...
But the XLT is the cloth seats.
Oh, I've not been in it yet.
Yeah. Okay. And they don't look that great. It's not bad.
Yeah, I just want something slightly better than this.
Okay.
So maybe I'd take it. I have to go check it out.
Yeah, I'm fine in these. They're flat. It's not,
long distance driving, I don't know. That doesn't...
How do you adjust the backrest position?
Yeah, it's way back there. You got to reach back.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's the San Francisco mode. Well, there you have it. Buy this one. And if you don't want this one, buy the Lariat.
Yep.
And then there's your two trucks. Maybe have this as the farm truck.
Oh yeah.
And then get the Lariat as the daily. Yeah, for road trips and daily stuff. Because the charging's not bad.
Yep.
Charging's not bad. That was the big shock to me. You don't get a big peak, but it's like e-tron. It just sits kind of flat.
Good.
Stays above 120. Stays above 120 kilowatts to 80%.
Okay.
The whole, no matter when you plug it in, basically.
And then does it do the Mustang Mach-E thing?
Yes. It dropped to 60 kilowatts at 80%.
Yeah.
And this would drop to 45 to 50.
Okay.
So yeah, don't expect ever on a road trip to charge this above 80%.
Yeah.
And Ford says 90% for fast charging. I totally disagree. I would say 80%.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're going to have that cliff like that.
Yeah, you can't, but the cliff is, I don't get the cliff.
I don't know why they don't just ramp it down. We wouldn't be even talking about it if it was a traditional ramp, even if it was the same numbers.
If it just held the pack at max voltage and dynamically pulled down the current like a charging curve should be.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. It just feels like
warranty.
Yeah,
but it feels like laziness.
It feels like laziness because you could have the same impact on the health of the battery, I would think. Not having a cliff.
The cliff just shows you're either stressing it too much before or you're not stressing it enough after.
Exactly.
Wow, it's gorgeous up here.
Yes.
Thanks for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video. Hope you enjoyed us playing around with the base truck. I'm really curious how many YouTubers did do stuff with the base truck. I know you did.
Yeah.
So take a look at your video.
Yeah.
And yeah, really shocked. Kind of wish I did. You don't get Blue Cruise, but you still get forward collision warning, lane departure.
Yep. I mean, it's kind of like you've got bumpers on either side.
That's all you need. It's literally all you need,
enough.
except heated seats. Well, maybe that's just because I live in a cold place. We'll see y'all on the next one.